So we will do with this topic numerical solutions of ordinary differential equation of first order. So what is the meaning of an ordinary differential equation? I hope you have seen differential equations like d2y dx2 plus 5xy equals to 0. So this is an ordinary differential equation. The word ordinary here means that there is only one independent variable. Okay, so what does the word ordinary mean? That here is only one independent variable. That is the meaning of the term ordinary differential equation. So in my differential equation, there is only one independent variable, which we take it as x, and there is something called as partial differential equation. All the physics students here will know about it. There can be more than one independent variables. Anyways, so how will a ordinary differential equation of first order look like? So this is in short form we write ODE, ordinary differential equation, and ODE of first order looks like this: dy dx equals to some function of x comma y. So this is how an ODE of first order look like. What is the meaning of first order? I'm just differentiating it once, not more than that. And right hand side is some function of x and y. And you see there are many known methods to solve this. Like if I ask you to solve on dy dx equals to x square. So most of you which have a prior knowledge of differential equations can easily solve it. How can you solve this? You can write this dy equals to x square dx. You integrate both sides. This is y and this is x cubed by 3 plus c. So you know how to solve this kind of differential equations. But it is not always possible to find a solution in this manner. For example, if I ask you to solve this differential equation dy dx equals to x square plus y cube, suppose. So now we don't have any proper way or any proper method by which I can find the solution of this. Okay, so you will go for numerical methods or numerical solutions. Okay, so what kind of problems we will deal with? We will deal with something called as IVP. What is an IVP? That is an initial value problem. IVP stands for, you may write it down, initial value problem. Our aim is to solve this kind of differential equations, and some information is given. That is why it is known as initial value problem. The initial information is given: y at some x naught is suppose y naught, and that is required to find this unknown constant c and nothing else. So our aim is to find a solution of this kind of differential equations. Dy dx is some function of x comma y, and given that y at some point is this. Like for example, I may ask you to find this: y at 1 is 2. So I am asking you to find a solution of this. But we will only talk about the numerical solutions. We will not go for this kind of solution, because here finding solution is very easy. It is possible to solve it, but it is not possible to solve all the time. So keep that in mind. So we will go for numerical methods. So let's see what are the numerical methods available to us. Any doubts up to here? So the first and the basic one, the first numerical method available to us is known as the Euler's method. This is never pronounced as Euler, it is always pronounced Euler. Okay, so this is Euler's method. So our aim is to find a solution to this differential equation, not exactly some solution. Suppose I have given you this much will be given to you. So y at some point is known. To find, you want to find f at, sorry, y at some number xn you want to find. You want to find the value of this. See, my question is like this. I know dy dx equals to some function, suppose x square plus y cube. I also know that y at 1 is 2. Suppose I know these two things. Suppose. Now, what is my aim? I don't want to see how will the solution look like. I am not interested at the solution, but I am interested what is the value of the solution at the point 5 that I am interested in. That is what I have written. This is my differential equation. I want to find y at some point. Suppose I am calling that point as xn. So I want to find the value of the function solution y at the point xn. So what technique did Euler use was this. Okay. So what is the process? What is the process used by Euler? Let's see. So suppose this is the question. So what Euler said, let me explain here first of all. So this is the given question. You want to find y5. So y at 1 is known. You have to find y at 5. Euler will, or what Euler did is, he divided into small sub intervals like 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. He divided into sub intervals, smaller sub intervals. You can also divide 1 to 0.5, 0.5 to, sorry, 1 to 1.5, 1.5 to 2, 2 to 2.5 and so on. So what is our aim? I know x0, I know I have to reach up to xn. I will divide into small sub intervals. So this is what was done by Euler first of all. So let me write all these things. So I have to find this, don't forget this. We divide. So this is known to us. I have to find the value at this point. This is also known to us. So 1 and 5 are known. So we divide this one, x0 to xn, into n equal parts. N equal parts by the points. This point, okay, by the points x0, x1, x2, dot dot dot, the last one being xn. So my first subinterval is x0 to x1, the second subinterval is x1 to x2 and so on. So we will divide this. We divide this into n equal parts by these points. Okay? That is, there is some step length, that is xr is x0 plus rh. That means the rh point is r times h plus x0. As simple as that. You already know the meaning of this. You have done this. So what we have done? We have divided the full interval x0 to xn into small intervals. Now what was done by Euler? He assumed this. So this was the assumption made. Assume f of x comma y approximated by f of xr minus 1 comma xr. Sorry, not xr, yr minus 1 in x lesser equals to xr minus 1 to xr. I'll tell you the meaning of this, don't worry. Now you see what Euler is doing. This is x0, this is x1, this is x2, this is x3, dot dot dot, this is suppose xn, this is xn minus 1. The step length is h, everything is h. So what Euler is doing, in this interval, he assumed the value of this function to be this thing. That means f of x1 comma y1. What is the meaning of y1? Y1 means value of y at the point x1. I should have written somewhere here, and yr equals to y at xr. So what is Euler doing? He is assuming that suppose in this subinterval the value of the function is this. Suppose in this subinterval x3 to x4 the value of the function is f of x3 comma y3, and so on. He is assuming that the value of fx comma y is very close to f of xr minus 1 yr minus 1 in this subinterval. So he is assuming that in this subinterval the value of the function is f of x2 comma y2. Any confusion? So now what we will do now? We have dy dx equals to f of x comma y. What we do? This implies dy equals to f of x comma y dx integration, right? But you see, I cannot integrate this because this may contain y, this may contain y as well, but I have to differentiate with respect to x. We cannot integrate this. So according to Euler's assumption, we will integrate in this subinterval r minus 1 to xr, r minus 1 to xr. So what is the integration of dy? It is just y, and from xr minus 1 to xr, and in the subinterval xr minus 1 to xr, the value of this function is f of xr minus 1 to f of yr minus 1. This was Euler's assumption. Don't forget, in the r minus 1th subinterval, the value of this function can be approximated by f of xr minus 1 to yr minus 1. This is y at xr minus y at xr minus 1, the left hand side, upper limit minus lower limit. This is just a constant because xr minus 1 and yr minus 1, they are just numbers. So this is just a constant, can be taken outside the integration. Can be taken outside the integration, and integration of dx is nothing but x. So in x, I will have to put xr minus 1 to xr. This can be written as yr minus yr minus 1. I don't know this. F of xr minus 1, yr minus 1. This is xr minus xr minus 1. Who can tell me what is xr minus xr minus 1? What is xr minus xr minus 1? It is h because the step length, so it is h, right? So what I am getting, yr equals to, I'll send this on the right hand side, so this will become plus h times f xr minus 1 yr minus 1, and this is the Euler's iteration formula. So this is the Euler's iteration formula. Now how to use this formula I will tell you. So here we have to remember the iteration formula again, as we have remembered so many things. That is, how to apply this formula I'll tell you. So if you see here, I'll start with r equals to 1. So what is y1 from this formula? Y1 is y0 plus h f of x0, y0. This is the first iteration. y0 is known, x0 is known, given in the question. What is y2? y2 is just put here, this is y1 plus h f of x1, y1. Now by the previous one, I know x1 and y1, I can put it here. y3 is y2 plus h time f of x2, y2, and so on. We can find the iterations. Understood my point? So you have to remember this iteration formula. With this iteration formula, we are ready to do the sums. So here is the question. Given this IVP, dy dx equals to y minus x by y plus x and y0 equals to 1, find y at 0.1 by the Euler's method, correct up to 4 decimal places, and taking the step length to be 0.02. They have already given you the step length. Okay. That means, you see, what was the aim? This is 0, the initial value of x, and the last value of x is 0.1. And I will keep on increasing 0.02. I'll reach here 0.02. If I increase more 0.02, I'll reach here 0.04. One more, and then 0.1. So I have to go for 5 iterations. So let me write everything. So here, x0 is what? It is 0. This is the x0. Right? y0 is what? y0 is 1, or you can just write y at 0 is 1. You can also write y0. Okay? h equals to 0.02 given in the question, and f of x comma y is nothing but y minus x by y plus x. So these many things are given to us. So using Euler's iteration formula, so just look at the formula. Okay, I will get the next value. Which is y1. Y1 means y at 0.02 is y0 plus h times f of x0, y0. x0 is 0, y0 is 1. Did you get my point? This is the first iteration. Y at next point. What is the next point after adding 0.02? It is 0.2 only. So y at next point, that is y1, is y0, the y at the initial point, yx0 plus h f of x0, y0. x0 is 0, y0 is 1. Did you get my point? This is the first iteration. What is y0? It is given to be 1. H is given to be 0.02. What is f of 0, 1? So f of x, y is this. Right? That means you put y equals to 1 and x equals to 0. So 1 minus 0 by 1 plus 0. What am I getting? This is nothing but 1, and 1 plus 0.2 into 1. It is 1.02. So this is the value of y1. This is the value of y1, which is, you can also write y1 here if you want to. But you can write here, this is y at 0.02. If you want, you can also write this is y1. So this I have reached here. Now we'll go for the second iteration. So what is the second iteration? The next one, y2. So what is the second iteration? y2. y2 means 0.04 because y2 is adding h to this. So adding h will become here 0.04. It is y at the previous value plus h f of x1, y1. Now x1 was 0.02 and y1 is 1.02. F of the previous x value and previous y value, keep that in mind. Here the previous y value and this is the new y value. So y2 is y1 plus h times f x1, y1. x1 is here, y1 is here. Any confusion, any doubts, please ask. Now just compute the values. This is 1.02 plus h is 0.02. This, right? What is this coming as? This minus this, because y minus x, 1.02 minus 0.02 by this plus this, 1.02 plus 0.02. Just compute this. After computing, let's see what are we getting. So what is this? 1 divided by 1.04 into 0.02 equals to this plus 1.02. It is coming as 1.039. Let's go for 5 decimal places, because okay, they are asking me to go for 4 decimal places. What you can do, you can take few more decimal places and then round it up at the last step. So I will take here 5 decimal places, so it is 2, 3. Understood? This is y at 0.04. Y at 0.06. This will be what? The previous value of y at 0.04 plus h times f of the previous value of x naught, it was 0.04, and the previous value of y, it was 1.03923. Please solve it and tell me what are you getting. This is 1.03923, h is 0.02. This is y minus x, that is this minus this by this plus this, 0.04. Just solve it and let's quickly do it. So it is 0.02 into 1.03923. Okay, let me do this first now. 1.03923 minus 0.04 divided by, let's add them. So this will become, hold on, plus divided by 1.03923 plus 0.04 into 0.02 plus 1.03923. I am getting here 1.05775 after rounding up to 5 decimal places. You may check, you must get something like this. Now the last 2 iteration, because I have to end at 1. So y.0.08, this is what? Y at 0.06 plus h times f at the previous value 0.06 comma 1.05775. Please do this one and then we'll do the last one. Please do it and tell me what are you getting here. So this will be your this y of 0.8, and lastly y of, when you add 0.2 here, 0.02 here, it will be y of 1. And this we were supposed to find. This is nothing but y at 0.08 plus h times f of 0.08 comma 1.07560. Please tell me after computing this. How it has become y of 1? Because if I add 0.02 here, it will become 1 for sure. So tell me what is the value, and this will be your answer, because you are supposed to find y1. So if you add 0.2 here, it will become 0.1, and this you are supposed to find. This is your y of 0.1. Therefore, y at 0.1 equals to 1.0928 correct up to 4 dt. This is your answer using the Euler's iteration formula. We have given some approximate value of the solution at 0.1. So this is a very simple method of finding it. You have to just learn the iteration formula and do the sums. I'll do one more sum so that you get a basic idea. Now, at times when h is not given in the question, you can choose h by yourself. But try to take h to be small enough. For example, you see, even if you had taken here h equals to 0.1 directly, you will get the direct answer. But the answer will not be that precise. Okay, so if you use more number of iterations, you will get a very precise answer. So when h was not given, suppose if h was not given, then what you will do? You could have taken h to be 0.01 or 0.02. If you had taken 0.01, you have to go for 10 iterations. Okay, but if you are choosing h to be 0.02, you have to go for only 5 iterations. But you remember, more number of iteration will lead to a very precise answer, a more correct answer. Let me do another question. So suppose this is the question. From this differential equation, you have to find y at the point 1 using the Euler's method. x0 is 0.3, you have to reach up to 1. This time they haven't given you h. So you have to choose a suitable h. A suitable h can be 0.1. So the next value will be 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and then finally 1. So a suitable value of h can be 0.1. You can also take a smaller h. You can also take 0.05, but that will take more number of iterations. So better we will choose h equals to 0.1 and that will lead to 1 in around 7 steps. So let's do it. So here x0 is 0.3, y0 is 2. y0 means y naught, or y at 0.3 is 2, and we can do it. Okay, so let's do it. So here what are the things that is known to us? The function is minus y by 1 plus x. You may write x0 here is 0.3, y0 which is nothing but y at 0.3. This is nothing but 2 given in the question, right? I am giving it to you. Yes. So take h to be 0.1. So let's apply the Euler's iteration formula. So by the Euler's iteration formula, whatever will I get? I'll get y1 which is nothing but y at 0.4. This is y0 means y at 0.3 plus h times f of x0 y0. x0 is 0.3, y0 is 2. Keep on computing. What is 0.3? It is 2 plus h times f of 0. I've copied the same thing, doesn't matter. 2 plus what is h? It is 0.1 into f of 0.3 comma 2. So y is 2, x is 0.3. What am I getting here? Minus 2 by 1 plus x, 1.3. So what will I get here? Just solve it. So 2, this will become 2 by 13 simply. 2 by 13. 2 by 13 minus 2. So what will I get? I'm getting a 1.84615. I'm getting this. Right? So this is the value of y1, which is nothing but y at 0.4. Next, we will go for the second iteration What is the second iteration? y2, which by Euler is nothing but y at 0.5, which is y at 0.4 plus h times f of x, the previous value of x and y. The previous value of x is 0.4 and the previous value of y is 1.84615. Please compute this and tell me what are you getting. I can just put the values here. So this is 1.84615 plus h is 0.1. This is minus y, so minus 1.484 this by 1 plus x. What is 1 plus x? 1 plus 0.4 is 1.4. So this is 1, this is 14 because point and point will get removed. So what I have to do eventually? 1.84615 minus 1.84615 by 1.4. This I have to do. So if I do it, what am I getting? Minus 1.4 into 1.84615. I should get 0 point, is it? No. Oh, so sorry. 1 minus 1 divided by into 1.84615. I am doing some mistake. Let me check. So y2 will be this, okay, and you can keep on computing. Y3 you compute, which is nothing but y at 0.6, it is y at 0.5 plus h times f x. The last value of x is 0.5 and the new value of y is 1.71428. Please compute and tell me what will be y at 0.6. You have to keep on doing up to y of 1. There will be 7 iterations, so I have already done 2. Yes, very good. So if you do see this, 1.59999, this should come, right? Go for the next one. Keep on doing. So next will be y at 0.7. This is nothing but y at 0.6 plus h times f at 0.6 comma the last value of y, which is 1.59999. Please compute this and tell me or check. I'm writing it down. You should get 1.4999. You should get this. You may just check. Don't believe me, you please check. Sorry. Okay, you should definitely get this.
Yes, sir.
And y at 0.8, do it very quickly. It will be y at 0.7 plus h times f of 0.7 comma 1.49999. This you should get 1.41176. Please keep on verifying. Okay, do not write what I am writing. Please check by yourself and write. Please confirm. Next, y at 0.9. This is nothing but y at 0.8 plus h times f at 0.8 comma 1.41176. This on calculating must come 1.3333. And lastly, y at 1 will be y at 0.9 plus h times f at 0.9 comma 1.3333. This you are going to answer and tell me what are you getting for y at 1. You should get, very good, 1.26315. So what is the value of y1? So y1 is correct up to 4 decimal places. It is 1.2632. Why 2? Because if the number before 5 is an odd number, 5 will increment here. If there was an even number, then 5 will not increment here. So this correct up to 4 decimal places. This is our answer. So this value of y1 is guaranteed by Euler's iteration formula. So this is all about the Euler's iteration formula. There is nothing new. Just I have done 2 sums, but the process of doing the sums remains the same. Whenever h is not given to you, the choice of h should be taken by you. Okay? And choose such a h. So choose smaller value of h. Smaller value of h will lead to more number of iterations, hence more correct answer. But definitely will not go for like very small values of h, because that will again take more number of steps. For that we can write a computer program and take h to be very small and get a very precise answer, and that is usually done. Okay. So when you want 1000 iterations, I can write a program for Euler's iteration formula and I can evaluate the value using this method in suppose 100 iterations or 1000 iterations, etc. So that's all for today. In the next class I'll start with the next method. So thank you for joining the class.